ready for the farm. You again, I say good morning. I'm at Securico Farm, here to learn about goat farming. So I'm all set to go. Day one. I'm all suited up. Oof. Oof. Good morning. Let's go. I'm ready for the day. First morning at the farm. It's looking great. Nice cool breeze. The sounds of the cows. Just beautiful. Time for the practicals. We're at the matangas. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. It's school time, practicals. This is where we're working today. These are our friends for the day. Man. This is a massive goat farm, goat undertaking here at Zvikomborero Farm. It's amazing, just amazing. I'm still trying to grasp what I'm learning. And before we get busy with the order of the day, take a listen to the conversation that I had with our very own Dr. Divine Simbi Ndhlukula, the owner and CEO of Securico Security Company and Zvikomborero Farms. So we are in the farm, and with me here today, this is, for me, it's a blessing. I don't even know how to express myself, but I'm in good hands. I'm in greatness, in the presence of greatness. I will let her tell you who she is. I've met her, but she can tell you where we are and why she's here. Good morning, my sister, a mentor from what I'm seeing already, and a teacher to the nation. Please tell the viewers who you are and where we are today.
Hi, Spongile. My name is Divine Simbi Ndhlukula. I'm known, obviously, as I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an author, I'm a philanthropist, I'm a speaker, I'm a mother, of course, I'm a grandmother. Mm-hmm. But most importantly, I believe that I've got a role to support, in particular, women economic empowerment, mainly in Zimbabwe, but across Africa, because that's what I've been doing across Africa.
And what you just mentioned, that you are a mentor, you are not only mentoring Zimbabweans, because anybody who's seen or heard about you and seen your work is greatly empowered. And I loved the t-shirt that you were wearing yesterday. It is about women. And I think most of the things that we do as women, if we are not on the forefront, if we're not leading, it doesn't work. So tell me, my sister, I think I can comfortably call you my sister. Why did you hang in Zimbabwe? Let me come and stand next to you. Because for me, when I left, and this is the story that I'm giving, mm-hmm. to mostly Zimbabweans, to Africans all over the diaspora, we've been spread leaving the continent because we don't think it works. But I'm here with you, showing, and I can tell you, I can attest that I see that it works being here. And why wouldn't I feel comfortable to come back to the motherland where I see my sister here, a mother, a grandmother, who is doing things that are greater than what you would think a woman can handle?
Well, first and foremost, let me answer the issue on gender, women, men. I don't think there is when we were in class, when we were growing up in class, there was no maths or English or science for women, or there was no differentiation, because there is no intellectual capacity that transcends gender, color, or creed. So for me, anything can be done by anybody, whether they are white, they are yellow, they are female, they are male, they are in North Pole, they are in South Pole. That's the first thing. So in particular for women, I want to think this is really our time, because the opportunities for women are so much now. There is just so much support for women by governments across the world, by development partners, by society at large, because it has been noted that women invest back their incomes back in their communities, in their families, in their societies, more than our male counterparts. But certainly a lot of families are now being led by women, because generally some men have died, some men have left, some men. So children are now being looked after by women in a lot of families. So the issue of women, it has really come to the fore, and this is why there's a lot more women that are getting into entrepreneurship, and this is why you find even in places like South Africa, there's a lot more women that are more educated than the men, and they are leading more than the men in communities like South Africa. But getting back to why am I here? Yeah, I'm here because this is my home.
Yes.
And if I were to leave the mission or what I'm doing, I shudder to think who would be doing it. And the level of, I can't say I've arrived in terms of success, but the level of achievements that I've achieved so far in my life, I wonder if I gotten them anywhere else in the world besides here in my motherland. It's not easy, and it's not easy anywhere else for that matter. But certainly, it is about putting your best foot forward in anything and everything you do. You might be aware, I mean, or your audience, they might be aware that I run one of the biggest security companies in Southern Africa, which I founded on my kitchen table.
Yes.
So it can be done. I founded this farm. I bought this farm 34 years ago. I was hardly 30. And look where we are today. In fact, in Zimbabwe, we are arguably the largest breeder of workers in this country.
Yes.
Yeah, and we do cattle as well.
Yeah.
And we have done fairly well in terms of it's not an easy economy, but certainly where there are problems, at times there are opportunities as well.
Yes.
So that's what entrepreneurship is about. And you bought my book.
Yes, I did.
It talks about entrepreneurial success, insights on growing business in a fluid economy.
Yes.
This is indeed a fluid economy. But there are fluid economies even in America.
Yes.
They have had their depressions, ups and downs. You know, we read about all these other things that happen in other economies.
Yes.
But of course, our economy is really tough. But there are people that you see around in this country that continue doing well. We are one of those. We have chosen our niche. We put our best foot forward. We work hard. We do the right things, and we are good. We are good to go, and we are happy.
Yeah. You know, I have to go back to what she just said. Women are now leading, and the opportunities are there. In Shona, we say mushamkads. A home or a household is because of a woman. And what my sister has done is seize the moment, seize the opportunity. And she also mentioned something which I actually have hinted. Why are you letting this train pass you by? Because you're waiting for the most ideal moment. Who knows when that ideal moment is and what is it? Any moment that is an opportunity for you to put your feet on the ground, like what my sister has done, is what you need to do. And stick with your plan and stick with what you aim to do. She told us, and she's telling us, she's been here for 34 years. And she also has got a security firm. That was a predominantly male-dominated area. And she's there with a strong company, Securico, and she is making it. What an example. You're not only an example to us Zimbabweans, You are an example to the rest of Africa and the diaspora included. Our sisters all over the world, in America, in England, in Australia, in Asia. There is something very powerful for me. I'm actually very emotional. It's difficult for you to know how I feel about this meeting. There is something that is fundamentally crucial. When you meet somebody who looks like you, who is doing something great. And for me, this is one of my highlight moments in my life. To really come face to face with you, for you to tell me with your own mouth the work, the sweat and blood that you put into this farm, which is great. I am humbly honored. I cannot even express. Guys, this farm is extensive. We're talking of the farm because I'm doing the program here. And by the way, the program for me has increased my passion to try and get into this field of goat farming. Although I'm not going to be scaling it big, I not settled, but I am here going to empower my own children and grandchildren to say, you know what, this is why I told you that I can go home. I can build something for me, and if you have the interest, you can come right here, learn from me. I'll take you to the farm if you want to do goat farming and learn. The opportunity is there, but it's not going to come to your house or to your office. You have to come to the opportunity. And this is where it all begins. When you see somebody who looks like you, I think you get this. You feel the muscles, you feel the strength. I couldn't tell you enough. I have read your story. I'm reading the book. But two things that came up that I think you can talk about a little bit. You talked about being courageous, being able to swim against the tide, and also to change your mindset. I think most of us are stuck in a mindset which says you're going to fail. Or Sibongile, you can't go to Zimbabwe. Oh, the continent is a mess. Oh, it is like this. I don't think I'm a mess. I'm okay. Yeah. So tell me more about being courageous.
Well, I guess, they say fear is the worst thing that can happen in a human person's life. Because the more you fear, the less progress you are going to make. So I always say, have the courage. The opportunities are out there, as I've said. But the only thing you need to do is act on those opportunities. So I always say, get out there. Don't live in your own small world, in your own cocoon. Get out of there. Get out there. Roll up your sleeves and go and do the work. Do what is necessary for you to start producing goods like here, for you to start running a security firm, for you to start running a bakery business. The opportunities are here because, look, this is a place where still all these services and goods are required.
Yes.
So the business opportunities are here.
Yes.
So the fear that most of us eventually continue having is our undoing.
Yes.
That is our undoing.
Yes.
You just need to tell yourself, look to yourself in the mirror and say, you are the person that I'm looking at that is going to either allow me to do it or not to do it. So it's you've got to tell yourself. And the moment you say, I can, you certainly can. So you need just to conceive your business idea. You need to believe in it.
Yes.
And you will definitely achieve.
And I also know you said in your book that you knocked on doors and you were given the cold shoulder, or friends and family, or even people that you trusted, gave you not the encouraging word, but the strongest thing that you kept on with is you had the resolve. You made up your mind you were going to do it. You can't wait for me to give you the encouragement. Get here. Come and see it for yourself. See and feel. But don't come once and think you're gonna get all the answers. No, keep checking. You find the people that have a common mindset and believe in yourself first. Before someone else believes in you, you gotta have the belief in yourself. You wouldn't have had this if you didn't believe in yourself.
In fact, 99% of any battle is won in the mind first.
In the mind.
Before you go out.
Yes.
In the trenches.
Yes.
99% you've got to believe. So once you believe 99%, you are good to go.
Oh my goodness. You don't. Let me start by saying, on behalf of my family, myself, my family, my friends, the other women that are in the country and in the diaspora. Thank you for being a trailblazer. Thank you for showing us what courage can be. Thank you for showing us what perseverance looks like. And I am so happy to be in your presence.
No, it's my pleasure, my sister Tswangile.
I
can
so
only
happy.
wish
Can
you
I
the
give
best.
you a hug?
Of course, why not? And trust me, you have the passion. I can see you've got that red hot burning passion in your guts to go, and you certainly get there.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's always empowering when you feel and see someone who thinks and believes in you. And I promise you, I am going to make sure that I represent my family in a modest and productive way. I represent what you are teaching me by what I'm seeing right here and what I've read in your book so far. But I'm also going to think that as long as you continue to open your farm for us to come and learn, more of us will come and learn and do it. It's about doing, and I'm so grateful that you gave me the opportunity. Thank you so much.
It's always my pleasure, it's indeed, because we do it also. Just a candle on its own cannot give enough light. By lighting more candles, there's more light. So for me, imparting what I know to others is for posterity, for Africa, so that Africa is not known as a continent with not much. We've got so much, and here we are. We are doing it.
Thank you ever so much. And I hope our paths will cross again.
Certainly they will.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
And that was Dr. Divine Simbi Ndhlukula, an entrepreneur, speaker, author, and philanthropist, the founder and managing director of Zimbabwe's first ISO certified security company, Securico, as well as Zvikomborero Farms. I hope you are inspired by the conversation and pursue your dreams. Don't forget to check the upcoming episodes where I am participating in the goat production program at Zvikomborero Farms. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye for now.